Right, so nice and dry. Very dramatic, eh? Plenty of drama.
Yeah.
Took the tape off, peel it away from it very steady. Don't like a plaster, nice and steady. We'll paint the sea. We're keeping the sea light at the top but darker at the bottom.
Okay.
So big brush, this is about a size 10 again, and we can use pretty much the colours we've got, apart from, I want to put some blue, French ultramarine blue, which is a bit mucky actually, but that's alright, on its own. Plenty of water, nice and pale, okay?
Is that enough?
Yeah, that should be fine. What we'll do with this is pretty much, a bit more water I think maybe there. What we'll do is pretty much just put a line all the way across the bottom. So you're talking about like a half an inch or something, yeah? That's it, sweep it all the way across the bottom. Then use water, wipe it on the side and actually blend this away. So continue painting towards the horizon line, keep cleaning your brush and try and soften it away as you do it. And it should disappear pretty much to the white as you get to the back. Try and keep it whitish as you get towards the background. Now at the minute it's looking a bit like snow, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll try and make it look like water if we can. Okay, so that's pretty sort of damp at that point.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's fine
Just
actually,
do
that's
that
very
bit.
good there, yeah. Using a smaller brush we can put some dark ripples into the water.
Okay.
The dark that you did, the bluey dark from your sky, the first colour, blue, crimson, yellow, ochre, we can use that. Not too much colour.
That's a bit grey.
Pinch a bit of mine if you want. No, it's fine, honestly, that's okay
Is it?
there, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is just put some sort of hover, rest in your palm if you can, and hover, and then just catch every now and again. Put some ripples while it's slightly damp. Try and keep them lines nice and straight, nice and horizontal. Sweep it across and just, if you 1 or 2 ripples in the foreground, and it kind of lifts up a little bit. That's it. Mainly at the front to lift the foreground up, give it that kind of detail effect. That's it. Excellent. Okay, sticking with this colour, sticking with the same colour, what I can do is paint some distant mountains or cliffs or rocks or something.
Yeah.
So working right on the line at the back, what I'm going to do is just put a line across
Halfway.
from about halfway, yeah, and then just paint like a wide M shape. If that makes sense. A stretched M.
Yeah.
It gives you the distant sort of mountain.
It's running.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Try and do it slightly above. Do it over the top of the sky.
Okay.
But that's your reflection of your mountain, so you're all right there. Yeah, you're fine. Happy accident, yeah? In fact, I should have one of them really, I think. But you know something, when you try and do a happy accident, you can do it. But we'll see. I'm just going to put a little bit of 1 or 2 ripples. So that's reflecting in the water almost.
Yeah.
So that's worked out a treat actually. Yeah, it's not bad, is it really? That?
Mm.
And then the same on this side as
That's
well.
it, you can cover up your mistakes a lot of the time, can't you?
Yeah, that's part of the fun, especially when you're painting from your noggin.
Yeah, nobody knows if it's a mistake or not.
All the paintings you've been doing from a place called Matthew's Noggin. It's a fantasy land up here. So put one there as well, though.
Yep.
Okay, other
That's
side.
a bit further
And then just
down.
put a little bit of very light pressure over the actual water. So it's slightly rippling. Slightly reflecting in the water there. That's it. So it's like distant mountains and the water coming up towards us.
Mm.
That's all right, don't worry about it. Just work it into it, turn it into, take that line straight across. So it's
Right.
closer to you. So that where it came down, try and bring it down so it's given an effect of like a distant sort of headland or something. So it's lower down in your picture.
Mm.
That's all right.
So do I
I'd probably,
fill that in, or
I'd probably stop there actually.
I'll just make it
Just fill this line in there.
that bit?
That's it, yeah. That's all right. While it's a bit damp, all of it, pick up the dark colour, which is almost black, and put 1 or 2 darker bits in. Just paint, say, one of the mountains. Bring that line down towards the sea edge, and you can get the effect of it being distant effect, recession effect. So painting the distant distant hills. That's it, and you can see that's giving that sort of headland. That's the idea. You've got it. All right. So we'll leave that for
I
a
need
minute.
to do that.
I've done a little bit, but yours is a bit different, isn't it? There.
I'll do that bit.
Yeah. So that works nice. It's got a nice sense of distance
Yeah.
to it. Yeah. What we'll do now is we'll leave that back to the bluey colour, the first colour, this one. What we're going to do is put some ripples in the foreground. So this should be just about dry at this point, dry-ish. And what we're going to do is put some ripples.
Okay.
I'm going to do mine on this right-hand side, slightly higher up, almost halfway. And I'll put a line, wiggle it a bit, and bring it down. Little sort of wiggles every now and again. Imagine the edge of the water. Quite spontaneous, quite swift. Okay, clean your brush. Wipe it on some tissue, so it's just damp. And then the top edge, pull the top edge away, blend it away into the sea. Take it completely away until it...
We did that with the snow, didn't we?
We did, yeah, but what I'm trying to do here is get like a little wave washing in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Keep cleaning your brush, keep doing it. Then I'll put another one on as well, so I'll stick another one maybe slightly higher. So it's still running parallel to it, but it's slightly higher up.
Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
Another wave.
Put another one there.
Was it, which colour was it? The first colour?
The first one, yeah. The sort of neutral grey colour. So you can see a couple of waves just washing in at the foreground there. In fact, if you listen, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Swishing.
Swishing.
Swishing. Put a third one on. So it's coming right over at this point, and then soften it away again. You've got your 3 waves just lightly washing in the foreground there. That's it. So just clean your brush again and just try and break some of these edges up slightly.
This side.
Yeah. So the whole thing blends backwards to your picture.
So the right side needs to be quite sharp. And the
That's the edge of the
left,
wave.
yeah.
The left is the water as it goes back into it. Yeah, you've got it. Probably on yours, it's a nice idea to let it dry off and then have a quick go at just
Another go.
softening the edge.
It's that bit that's
It's wet,
lost
isn't it? It's
it
too
a
wet
bit,
at the minute, yeah. Dry it off and then we'll come back to it, okay? Right, so I think this painting is finished.
Yeah.
But yours has got 1 or 2 little issues what we need to look at, okay? Which is quite good because you learn by making mistakes, don't you?
Sort it out.
So, the background hills and the ripples. First the ripples, I think, first of all. What's happening at the minute is you've got this definite edge to the right, which is good, but the left is just getting...
Yeah, it's lost it a bit.
It was taking the underneath colour off because it was still damp.
Mm.
Now it's dried off, it means we can just work on it. Clean brush, slightly wipe it through some tissue and then just work on this back edge and just soften the water and you'll see it blend. Work quite sort of wide with your lines if you like. Keep doing the water, just stroke it lightly on tissue and then just pull it quite long as you do it, that's it. All the way to the edge. That's blended more, but it's still got a line. Keep going, water, blend. Blending is a very difficult technique to pick up. But pretty much every painting features a blending method. Better?
Yeah, that's
much better, isn't it, actually?
Yeah, it is.
And then a similar thing with this one as well. Just wipe it on the tissue first and just...
getting the amount of water right as well.
It's all things that you'll pick up over time as you do it.
Yeah.
You learn
Little
the paper,
tips.
you learn the brush, you learn the way the paint works and everything about it. Stick with the same paper, the same brushes, the same colours and you'll learn much more.
That's better. Yeah.
And then this mountain's not really looking too complete, is it? So I think if you come back to some of the darker colour, and then maybe we could separate up this mountain to this one, like you've done there. But if you sort of bring this one down a little bit lower, and so you've got a darker mountain in front, so you get that recession, that distant feeling again.
Like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, give it a little bit of something extra to it. It just helps slightly. That's the idea. So it's got more depth to your picture, you see.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's better.
Better? Anything you think what you need to do with it, really?
I'm not sure about that.
So maybe you should actually turn this into the same... Use the lighter grey. Probably clean your brush first and then just... Because it's gone dark.
It's gone dark now.
Bit of that there. That's it. So maybe you could turn that into a little bit of a higher mountain, bring it down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then work it into it so that's the end of the mountain as it touches the water. Is that? Get a little bit of dark in there because it's slightly... While it's wet, just drop it in. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? That's better.
Yeah.
So it'll just sort of paint over the whole mountain again. That's it. while that colour's on your brush, just lightly put 1 or 2 of these ripples
Yeah, that's better. It's finished
over
off.
the water. You know, 'cause it's a bit bland there. Just put 1 or 2 like sort of dry lines. Pick up a little bit of paint.
Which colour?
The first one. Wipe some of it off on tissue, not too much. And then just lightly sort of skim your brush. Do some slightly higher to imagine reflections of the mountains. That's it. Touch more. Better. And it
Yeah,
also helps give
yeah.
a bit of a wave texture as well.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably better. Do you
Yeah,
think? A
that
couple of
looks a lot
birds. One, stick
better.
some of your famous birds on. Go on.
Which, this one?
The darkest one.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably quite an atmospheric picture. Seagulls.
Yeah.
Silhouetted seagulls, what you want.
The brush has gone a bit. What's that?
That's it.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Better,
that's a lot better.
So
yeah, and
don't
it gives
panic
that-
if your picture
no.
doesn't quite work out. Just relax, have a cuppa,
Yeah, let
and then
it dry
carry on.
out.
Dry it off, come back to
Yeah.
it, and it'll work out great.
It's the drying out bit, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, leave it to dry because you keep
Yeah.
working while it's wet and
That's
it gets
right.
worse and
yeah.
worse.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So there we go, both paintings finished. Mandy's made a cracking job of them mountains. You can go for miles down that valley, can't you?
Finally.
Finally got there, she did. So we'll get the mount on, just to have a look, frame the picture to whatever suits your taste. Of course, it's nice to position it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
that's
right. You can
superb,
get the
that across
birds
there.
in, or
Yeah.
I quite
some-
like that though.
That bit of light breaking in your sky. Excellent, well done. Right, so there we go, that's the end of this paint and of course the end of the 6-week course as well. So what do you think? Have you been inspired?
Definitely, yeah. It's what looks hard.
Yeah.
You've made it look so easy,
Yeah.
and it actually is easy.
I think
So
that's the problem, isn't it?
yeah,
Because people have
people
this
think-
fear about starting, don't they? You know,
Yeah,
and it's
it just looks so difficult
Yeah,
when you just think
it's not
I could
difficult,
never
is
do
it,
that.
just to
No, no.
get a
not
few
at all.
colours, just working with these 5 colours,
Yeah,
a couple of
yeah.
brushes, water, you know,
That's right.
straight in and
Yeah.
you're away, aren't you there?
Yeah,
And of course we've covered so many different things through the course. We've done the skies, the buildings, mountains, snow, trees,
so, yeah,
sea,
yeah.
reflections, people, your famous birds,
Yeah.
of course. So which one's your favourite then?
Definitely the sunset with the penny and the.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's fantastic. Really,
it wasn't
so
a penny, it was a sun painting brush.
definitely my favourite.
Lesson 4.
Yes, lesson
Okay.
4. Yeah.
Well, a big well done from me and a pat on the back from me. I hope
Thank
it's
you.
inspired you to carry on and
Yeah.
keep going with
Oh,
painting.
certainly.
And same for you people at home. I hope you're really inspired to carry on painting and not too afraid to get started. So, hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much and a bye from me.
And bye.